How's it going, chicks and mates? This is Mrjacharles. We're back with Monster Sweethearts, and we're going on an adventure, chicks and mates. We're going out into the wild, into the same old goddamn hills that are everywhere. We might actually be going through them, inside them, towards the woods. Maybe, but probably not. I don't see that for some reason. But anyway, previously, I don't know, we just kind of nearly had a moment with Lien. I know that bit's coming up. I don't know if we'll see it this episode, but we may see it at some point, so I don't know. But anyway, we're just going into this on this trail and, you know, trying to avoid Jason, that little twat kid that's trying to steal Lien from Lien and ruin the entire plot. Anyway, Mum opens the door and starts walking towards the trail. I'm surprised you didn't stay at the house. I have other interests, you know, like my pussy. It's a way to start the episode. I didn't. All you do is play games. They're fun. All you do is read books. Okay, I've never seen Lien read a book. Nothing on nothing. But if she read books, surely you'd hear her say like, oh, I like The Catcher in the Rye. Or even like, well, I mean, there's the vampire story that Xanth got us into. Or vampire, I don't know, some kind of vampire lesbian romance thing. Other than that, oh, and the werewolf books, which is fair enough. Other than that, I can't actually think, what does Lien read? I've never actually seen her read. Lien's just chatting shit here. Okay, yeah, that's true. No, it's not. But at least I learned morals from them. Okay. Romance novels don't count as classic literature. I mean, Wuthering Heights is a romantic novel, technically. Hey, games do nothing but rot your brain. I disagree with that as well, but hey ho, I just believe anything's an addition. We begin turning onto the trail where a slow river swims by. Swims by? Can a river swim in itself? Okay. We stop there, allowing the kids to play in the trees. I have a spot near here. Where? I walk near a rock that's a couple of feet away from the group. I found this when we moved over here. Here it's really quiet. I usually came here to read. We sit in silence with the only sounds being the kids playing and the water rushing. Here, roll up your pant legs. We're not really going into that cold water, are we? I wanted to see the river personally, but no, it's just these hills again. These goddamn hills just take up like at least a third of the game at this point. Chicken? Of course not. Do you know who you're talking to? She rolls up her pant legs, bravely going along with me. God, it's cold. Fire tries to come around her legs, but can't due to the water. Okay. I kick some water towards with her hiding away. I hate water. She tries to come near me, but is too afraid of getting wet. Haha, coward. She takes a deep breath before lunging towards me, picking me up bridal style. Well, I like that. Is this going to be our future together? Or am I going to travel in another dimension to someone else? I'll drop you into this water. Oh, that'd be good. My arms hold a death grip around her shoulders so I don't fall. Chicken. I guess that's what we get. Put me down! She pretends to drop me, which sends my heart beating wildly. Okay, let's not get a heart attack over this. She's only playing with us. Come on, girls, we're leaving. Oh, and you didn't even get to drop us in the water. Coming! Lien carries me over to the group with all their eyes on me. Miss, why are you carrying Lien like that? This is how you show your love in my country. just showering everyone with lies here. Lien is a proper role model. Oh, where do you live? Silent Hill, great neighbors, very friendly place. As a gamer, I appreciate that, although I've never played a Silent Hill game. Wow. Well, I'm sure the kids are going to be traumatized later when they Google search that. We go along on the trail with not much scenery besides the trees. And hills. Loads of endless hills and grey sky and a goddamn pavement I've seen so many times now. So, Lien. Yes. What's it like? What's what like? I don't know, being in the orphanage. Good, I have friends, or had friends even. I met Victoria there, so it had its ups. It had its ups meeting fucking Victoria. Okay, let me rephrase that. I met Victoria, so I'm really crippled for life now. And all the kids there were my friends, except for the ones that bullied me. So when they got adopted, it hurt to see them leave and all that, even the ones that bullied me. What about foster care? Well, I was in and out a lot of places until I met who I would consider my mum. For her, I don't remember much, just anger. She didn't put up with that, which surprised me since most would let me go after one argument. For my mum, no family wanted to keep me. Impure monsters are seen as a burden on a pure family, a stain. What? Okay, what? I know the family's meant to be pure because they're humans, but she's making it sound like the family was also some kind of pure monster. I mean, I'm thinking of the werewolf thing, but I don't know. I think she's just trying to make herself look like she's all dirty and impure and all that crap. Okay, monster families usually consisted of one type of monster. Wait, so she really was raised by werewolves? So I always stood out since they could never tell me exactly what I was. My parents just left me. The ones who could have told me what I was couldn't. One family tried to fix me, real monster purist types. Okay, it just turned me into that thing you saw when they left me. No one wanted an impure monster in their family, too much trouble. My mum didn't care that I wasn't just in one group. You grow resentful of the thing people don't like you for. I don't like being a monster, it did nothing to help me. The monster world has so many rules and guidelines set in place for each monster, but if you're not a pure, you're left on your own. I mean, yeah, if you get caught up in vampire politics, then you're gonna die. You shouldn't hate being a monster, it's who you are. She puts me down, looking away from me. Huh? I killed her? Huh? You know when that house burned down? I burned it down, I got so angry. I thought it was your foster dad. I got into an argument over my mum, he didn't like me. I'll say he was involved somewhere. At all, tried to get rid of me all the time. Again, the dad had to be the bad one here. He tried putting his hands on her, and I just lost it. When I turned into that thing you saw, I lose any thought process I have. I'm not in control like in my other form. You can't blame that on yourself. I can, it is my fault. If I wasn't there, she would still be alive. If I wasn't impure, she would still be here. That is a fact. They say impure monsters are dangerous, not to be trusted. What do you say when all that turns out to be true? If your foster dad never tried to hurt her, she would still be alive, wouldn't she? Those pure monsters hurt you, or hurt a child. They're the ones who are dangerous. Just because you're impure doesn't make you more dangerous than when a pure one puts his hand on someone else. Okay. It doesn't change the fact. It does. Anyone can hurt another person. She cared for you. And look at where she is now. The kids stop at a dock over the river while Lien and I stay back. I'm glad those kids don't have to go through what I went through. I look over at Lien's face, seeing a smile come onto it. I let it slide so I can enjoy it. I feel something hard strike against my back. Who? I'm here again, but this time it hits my cheek. Ha ha! Lien lets out a boisterous laugh, but is interrupted when she's hit. We turn around and see the kids playing with snow that has begun to fall. Oh, okay, it's snowing. I didn't realise. I mean, I can't exactly see any snow. Lien's smile is gone now, and all that remains of her eyes is pure revenge. Oh, good. As Lien approaches the assailant, full regret falls over his face. Oh, okay, it's this Jason again. Goddamn Jason. Lien dashes after the kid, running around the trees trying to tackle him. Miss Jaylene? Yes. Is he going to be okay? The kid... No, because he's a man, and the men have to die! Ah, ha, ha! The kid lets out a shriek as Lien tackles him to the ground. Probably not. Better say your goodbyes now. Is Miss Lien going to kill him? Yes, because it's a man, and as we all know, men must be exterminated. Because that's the moral of this game, I guess, when it comes to men. Probably. Wow! She tugs on my shirt as she wails. I'm not the best with kids at times. Kids, please calm down. She was kidding. Mum is... Was she really? Okay, if you say so. I'm expecting her to turn into some giant demon thing and then just eat the children now. Mum is standing near the end of the trail trying to gather all the kids together. But Miss Lawson... Nope, don't want to hear it. Now come on. The kids drags her feet back to Mum, okay, while I look around for Lien. Weren't you watching her massacre a child? Okay, the kid she was chasing is now at the line, but I don't see her anywhere. Oh, okay, boo! Ah, good, you scared the absolute crap out of me. Thank you for that. Ah! Lien comes out from behind before wrapping her arms behind me. Lien, let go! Not caring what I have to say, she lifts me up and spins me around. Like a record, baby. Right round, round, round. Put me down. Girls, come on. Even we're being the little children now. Lien then finally puts me back down so we can walk over to Mum. You two can act like children just as much as these. I mean, it's nice to be back in our childish element, I guess. We're giving Lien the childhood she never had. That's sweet, I guess. Lien started it. Now don't start that with me, missy. You got me in trouble. I did what I do best. I won't be a criminal. I slap her shoulder as we continue on towards the trail. At the end, there's an old playground that has been around before me. Okay, don't burn it down, Lien, please. I know I'm being a bit of a dick to Lien here. It's just, she's unpredictable. And I like that, but I don't trust that. Anyway, the kids start running around and playing around on the playground equipment. Mum sits on the bench that faces the playground where I go and join her. Lien doesn't know who to join, the adults or kids. Join the kids! Conform to your inner child. I give her a nod before she starts to run off with the other kids and playing with them. That's adorable. She's a weird one, Jaylene. Well, to be fair, you're taking her much better than Blake did. Ugh, I know. When I took you in, I thought you promised you'd marry some rich doctor or lawyer. That doesn't sound like Jaylene. Okay, does it count if she has to see both regularly? Haha, no, I don't think so. Oh, great, we're just letting her know that she's a criminal now. What exactly do you see in her? I mean, technically we've been forced upon this. Technically we don't see anything in her, but we enjoy her company, I guess? I look over at Lien, who is playing with the kids, acting as a sea monster for the kids to destroy. Yeah, just throw some water on her, see what happens. She can be sweet at times, I guess. Thomas was a big idiot with a heart. I hope surely Lien is your equivalent of that. Was Thomas the dad? To be fair, you're sounding very nice about the dad. I'm surprised. Was Thomas an alcoholic? A cocaine user? A masochist? Something was wrong with Thomas. This game isn't good. This game isn't nice enough to men to, you know... I mean, they called him a big idiot, I guess. Though Thomas was Mum's husband before he passed in the late 70s... 30 years? Okay. He mustn't have had a healthy diet. I never saw him as a dad like Mum. To me, I will never have a dad. You know what? That actually explains a lot. That explains so much about this game. I have a father somewhere, but not a dad. Oh, okay, talking about the guy that bred you or whatever. Lien lost all her possibilities of having parents, or parents that mattered to her. Remember when you were little, and you and Victoria pretended to be princesses and knight together? Okay, well that's a sentence. Mum! What a terrible thing for me to overhear. No, you don't. Let me assume you are the princess in need of saving. Yes, from Victoria. Please save me from Victoria. And then you can save me. And then Xanth can take me, but spare you. And then, you know, we can just happy ever after. Yes, I still miss Xanth. I miss her so much. I can take care of myself. No, my dear lady, you need a knight. And what better fit than me? She hoists me up in her arms, carrying me over to the playground. Put me down, Lien. Look up, peasant, since thus is your princess being taken hostage by a monster prince. No! Y'all must try to defeat me, and now you're going to get attacked and destroyed, maybe even potentially injured. She takes me up to the playground, up to where the slides are. A kid tries to come up, but Lien just throws him down the slide and breaks his spine because it's a him. Anyone else? More kids try to come to rescue me, but can't seem to funnel in beside one by one, making them go down the slide. Finally, Jessica comes and slays Lien. Something like that going to happen, I don't know. Y'all are not very good at rescuing. Soon enough, they got the memo. They're more than her. They got the memo. They're more them than her. So they all gang up on her. I guess it just means there are more of them. Okay, pushing her down the slide, along with some kids who never let go. The other kids go down the slides, joining in on the group down below. I looked over the ledge, seeing Lien with her arms up holding one kid by each arm, twirling them around with her. This sounds dangerous. I go down the slide with the kids gathering around me. Tell Lien to pick me up next. We have to get going. And that was how that ended. Alright. After an hour, we all headed back to the house where Mother started to fix dinner for us, because she's nice like that. Girls, can you come in and cut these vegetables while I take a shower? I feel gross. Sure thing. Lien's is being forced to do that now. I'm sure she wouldn't voluntarily do that if she could help it. I drag Lien from the living room into the kitchen to start cutting. Should I trust you with a knife? I mean, there are kids around, so I'd trust her. I mean, I know she's chaotic, but she can't be that bad. It depends on if you want to keep your fingers. Oh, okay, or you can just cut off my fingers. Well, I trusted you, and that trust was abused. Great, cool. Whatever I feel about that response doesn't matter, so she picks up a knife and begins cutting. Alright, so we can trust her. Cool. After a few moments of the silence of cutting, Lien speaks up. Can I ask you something? Only if I can ask you a question. Fine. Are you ever going to leave this place? What do you mean? I've thought about it, but I don't know where I'd go. For my English mayor, or major, I'd guess I'd have to leave eventually. Oh, you mean like after I mean, I kind of think of the university dorm as our main home, to be honest. But okay. I'll get to it once I cross that bridge. I guess you're going to ask me the same question. No, something completely different. What is it? Do you really hate being a monster? That's a curious one, actually. I would have said instantly yes, but I mean, there might be some perks. You can open your whole face to turn into a row of teeth. She stiffens her movements, but goes back to cutting. It's the reason I want to leave this place. I don't belong to one group, especially after what they did to me. I don't belong here. Okay, so all these sound nice. I'm just going to go for the top one because it sounds the nicest. You belong where you are happiest. I don't get what you mean by that. There's plenty of monsters in Blackwood that live just fine altogether. I'm sure even pure monsters feel like they don't belong in their own family. Then they leave to found somewhere they are happy, even if it's not among their own kind. Who cares about impure or pure? Just be where you are happy. You know, a nice bit of social justice there for you. So where are you? Do you feel the happiest? Okay. So where are you? Do you feel... Okay. She looks away from me. There's not many like me. They're werewolves, vampires. They're something concrete. A whole community behind them. When I'm in that room, it reminds me of what I don't have. Before I could respond, Mum comes back and takes it all over. Were we meant to say something else? I've got a feeling maybe we were, but I'm sure I'll figure that out when we see the line ending. Thanks, girls. Now go back into the living room and fuck off, Mum said. She practically pushes us out of the kitchen into the living room. She's very adamant about us not being there. Is she going to surprise us? Did she hear that it was maybe it's someone's birthday or something? I don't know. If it is Jaylene's birthday, that makes no sense because it wasn't her birthday in any of the other timelines. She's a mother. She likes to cook. Jaylene, come play with us. We're playing Connect 4. Oh, that's always a fun one. I love that game. Are you ready to get your ass handed to you? Totally. Surprised that we held our own against the little ones in Connect 4, because that's a game of logic, not a game of chance. Not a game where Lady Luck favours the little 8-year-old, or 9-year-old, whichever one it was. Lien won 3 turns in a row, which is a new record. Though Mother at times would just glue her eyes on Lien, but would look away once I saw her. Was Lien the child that Mum adopted before me by any chance? I mean, to me that wouldn't make much sense because, well, she seems like a genuinely nice person. I don't know, I just don't see that. She always had bothered me about having a partner, so I don't know why she's so cautious of her. So Shrek wins. The room erupts in roars for Shrek to be put on. Okay, can you two fix up some snacks for us? Yeah, Jaylee, make us some snacks. Oh, thanks, Lien. Thanks for just leaving me in the kitchen. I lift her up by the collar, dragging her to the kitchen. Man, she's more like a dog than anything at this point. We're just dragging her everywhere. Why do I have to help? Can you shift real quick? Why? I open the popcorn box, taking out a pouch. Oh, you're just using me, huh? Yeah, I guess. I mean, you make a good microwave. But, oh, okay, good. Well, I hope no one notices her turn into a flaming monster. Mum's going to notice her turn into a flaming monster, isn't she? Or something's going to accidentally burn, isn't it? Something bad's going to happen. This is a bad thing. I can feel it. Flames start growing around me, so I look out the archway, making sure no one can see. Yeah, but there's somewhere else they can see, isn't there? I'll go back getting some candy for the upper cabinets. Let me help. No. Forgetting her body is on fire, she takes a hold of the wooden cabinet door, setting it on fire. We look at each other before scrambling for water. Lien is trying to help, but can't, so she just prances around holding the popcorn. Well, at least that popcorn's getting ready. I get a bowl of water, throwing out the cabinet, extinguishing it. Jesus, Lien. I was just trying to help. You're on fire. I know. The popcorn. Yes, it's fine. Ah! Lien's fire's gone to the popcorn bag, burning it. Oh, good. She drops it to the floor, stomping on it. Girls, is everything okay in there? Yeah, Mum, don't worry. Again, another popcorn, but this time putting it in the microwave. Oh, poor Lien. She was only trying to help. That was cute. Guess I'm not that useful. No, you're lovely. You're fine. Just keep doing what you're doing. You're going to be great on bonfire night if we just, need a lighter. I was about to make a witty comment, but look back at her too, see a sad expression. You tried your best. That's all I can ask for. I go up to her, ruffling her hair. Oh, okay, and then this happens. Lien looks much more feminine in this picture. She takes a hold of my hand, putting it past her head. I stare into her black eyes as our lips are inches apart. I don't know who leans in first, as I feel her soft lips come atop of mine. I wrap my arms around her neck, pulling her closer. This close, she smells like burnt ash, but it suits her. Okay, we pull away once the microwave beeps, indicating the popcorn is done. I hope Jason didn't see what just happened there. I don't want Jason to get the wrong impression that this is done, though. Not bad for your first time. How'd you know? Educated guess. Glad to be your first. Glad also to be your first. Technically, it's not our first, but, I still think Jaylene is some kind of monster in herself that she can travel dimensions. She's some kind of timekeeper, but, I can't prove that. How'd you know? For real? I was your first? Haha. No, you're not. I made out with tons of girls. Shut your mouth. You didn't really, though, did you? Women look at me and become the Atlantic Ocean. Nice. I like that. Whatever you say. You smell like burnt popcorn. No, I don't. She lifts up her arms to smell herself as I get the popcorn into a bowl. You liar, I smell incredible. Means you smell yourself. Ah! Actually, that's a cruel trick to play on someone. Okay, I hear her huff when I leave the kitchen, giving each kid a handful. The movie was already past the first half when Lien comes back. Did I make you that mad? She takes a handful of popcorn, stuffing it into her mouth. She takes the blanket I have wrapping it around herself. Her body seems to be constantly warm as she radiates heat. Well, that's always nice. Which is good since the room is fairly cold during night time. Makes me kind of wish I had a Lien in my bedroom because sometimes it gets cold here. Except in the summer, in which case you can, sleep somewhere else. The movie goes on till I hear her hands on my sides. Yeah, that's the noise that makes. Feel her hands. It's different since they feel warmer than usual. Is she on fire? Has she lit herself up because she knows she's turned on? That'd be a bit disturbing, but Lien. I can heat them up a little bit without fully shifting. Yeah, I don't trust your hands. I don't want to be lit on fire, thank you. She takes a hold of my hand, heating it up to a comfortable warmth. She leans into me again, placing her mouth on mine. There are kids here, Lien. She puts me into her lap, placing her head on my shoulder, watching the movie. I look down and see a tired but happy Lien looking over me. The movie is coming to a close, with all the kids falling asleep. Hey kids, time to go to bed. As Lien goes up the stairs, she picks up a kid and puts him on her shoulders. Oh, is Jason actually... No, Jason's going to get injured. And I know this is Jason because it's the only male kid we mention. Lien, be careful. I'm the strongest person in this house. I can handle it. Lien... Oh, listen to me. Lien to me. Shush it, Jaylene. Yeah, Jaylene. You're turning them against me. You should be cooler than Jaylene. I'm cool. No, you're not. Where is all this coming from? You never pick us up. Yeah, because you're getting heavy. And also I have a heart condition, but let's ignore that. We go up the stairs to put the kids away. Hey, Lien? Are you going to marry Jaylene? Oh, that's sweet. No. Wow, that's a bit of a cruel thing to say. What if I want to be loved? What if I want someone to, give me a wedding ring? Lien then closes the door. Did you really have to shut the door in his face? Yes. Excuse me? I hate you. I feel my back being slammed against the wall, with hands being placed by each side of my... Oh, please don't do anything too sexual. I'm still recovering from the last time. I feel Lien softly place her lips against mine. She lifts her head to rub her nose against mine. Girls? Mum! It's bedtime, kiddos. You should be sleeping. Together. Yes, mother. And then I push Lien off of me, dragging her with me into my room. You know what? This is a good scene to end it at, because if there's some kind of romantic thing coming up, I can look forward to it. Cool. So I don't know what's up with Mum. Clearly there's something to do with Lien, and I think she must recognise Lien. And I genuinely am convinced that she's one of the kids that my mum adopted once. But I don't know. I don't know where this is going yet. But we're going to get a shocker at some point. More shocking than finding out that Lien killed her own mum. But, that was because of a man, so we can forgive Lien. It's not a bad thing. If a man's involved, that means we put the blame on him. Oh, this goddamn game. I mean, that's not completely what happens, but it feels like that's what happens, because there's no good men in this game. I mean, I love this game for that, but I hope the next lesbian game I play has at least one decent man. Even if he's gay, I will take that. But yeah, next time, I don't know what's going to happen. I'll be back with this in a few days. I'm going to keep playing this until I beat it now. So expect this every other game now. But yeah, if you want to play the game for yourself and you want to find out what happens, and you want to find out what's up with Mum, there'll be a link to the game in the description down below. And without further ado, very much streaming channel. Until next time, see ya.